Hi kids, welcome to our lesson for this week, and we are at week 6 and we are going to discuss more about gathering scientific information, and we're going to talk about some environmental issues within the locality, within the community, and perhaps within the country, and we're going to find and try to find ways on how we can solve that with the use and with the help of science. So are you ready? So let's have our most essential learning competency for this week. Okay, so for this week, we're going to identify issues and concerns in the local community and cite ways on how they could be addressed by science, such as the treatment of waste. So let's have our day 1. Okay, for this slide, try to look at the picture and can you tell me what can you see? Alright, so this was taken, and I would like to cite the page or the site that where I got this photo or image. As we can see, we have here a sea of waste, right? A place full of garbage. And can you imagine yourself living in this kind of area? And we already know what can we get. Okay, so we can get diseases out of this kind of place. So we need to do something about it. So we can see. So from this picture, makikita natin na talagang ang lugar ay punong-puno ng basura. No, wala nang paglagyan. Yung kumbaga hindi mo na maiisip na tubig ba yan or what kind of body of water is that. Kasi punong-puno na ng basura. And let's try to take a look at the next picture. Okay, and this was taken at the website below. So I would like to to give credit to the site where I get this image. And as we can see, we can tell a lot of environmental problems, issues, and concerns in just one photo. So we can see the terrible air pollution or the gas being emitted from big factories, as well as we can see plastic bottles, okay, plastics all over being dumped at the sea. And we can see, of course, deforestation, o yung kumbaga sa Tagalog ay yung pagkakaingin na, no? Isa sa nagiging dahilan ng pagkakalbo ng gubat ay yung pagkakaingin o yung pagsusunog sa isang bahagi ng gubat para maging patag, no? O kumbaga para ma-clear at magawa nila or ma-develop nila into something else. Okay, so as we can see, these are all issues and concerns that we need to address, because if not, tayo rin ang babalikan nito. Tayo rin ang mahihirapan because of its effects. Alright, so let's have the next one. Okay. So what are your observations from your immediate communities or surroundings? Can you see the same things, or do you observe the same things as what we had in the picture, or no? So You are very lucky kung hindi mo nararanasan yung ganong kind of environment na pinakita natin kanina. And for those who has this kind of environment, so I think it's time to take an action about this, because it will definitely affect your health and the community itself. Okay, so there are a lot of issues and concerns that we need to address, especially with regards to garbage. This one is the most common problem and issue within the community, because I believe hindi naman lahat for those who are living in the provinces, hindi naman lahat ay nakatira sa very polluted area. But one thing and the common denominator that every community, which deals with this kind of problem is yung problem with regards to garbage or yung waste, diba? So yun yung isa sa mga pangunahing problema lagi ng community. And they're trying their best to do something about it, introducing waste segregation and all, and try to collect the biodegradable waste so that they can do compost pit in the community. Okay. So we have here, how are you going to interpret the equation below? And here is the equation. We have environmental issues plus science equals solution. So do you believe that science can really help in addressing these issues and concerns within the community or within the environment? So I believe so, because these are man-made problems, and with the help of science, we can really do something about it, and we can really come up with a solution. It is just we need to help one another to clean and start to make a change in the environment, diba? Kumbaga, people are having the clean-up drive, the ocean clean-up, and everything, para lang magkaroon ng there are some people would also really invest their time and effort in cleaning yung mga streams na punong-puno ng basura. And we really appreciate that. So sana lang magtulong-tulong ang lahat to do that, para naman magkaroon na tayo ng malinis na environment. And at the same time, we are also be the one who will benefit from it. Kasi syempre, sino bang gustong tumira sa isang lugar na alam mong magkakasakit ka? Diba? Wala. So, let's try to help one another to have a clean and a better environment so that we can live in a clean and a better community. Alright, so we appreciate science because it can really help us give solution to these environmental issues. Okay, so do you believe that the application of science can offer a solution to that problem that you have observed in your community? Of course, it will definitely help. Okay, so before diving into our topic for this week, so we just need to unlock some content vocabulary. And the first one is, so you need to arrange the letters or words beside each picture to name it. And then give 2 sentences to describe what's shown in each picture. So number 1 is deforestation. So we're going to discuss what deforestation is, ano ba yung nagiging cause and its effect to our environment. Okay, let's have the next one. Alright, so for this picture, it is food waste. Okay, so as we all know, there are a lot of people who are suffering from malnutrition. Those people or our kababayan who have nothing to, they have now no money. They don't have enough money to buy food, but here we are wasting food. So we should do something about it. Okay, next we have, of course, pollution. And number 4, it is one of our biggest problems and one of the problem of every community is, of course, garbage. So how we can find ways to lessen the garbage in the community. Okay, so let's discuss what is deforestation. Deforestation is the permanent conversion of forested land for agriculture, urbanization, or mining. It involves the removal and destruction of trees, leaving the land barren and unable to support the diverse ecosystem. So this is one of the perennial problems in the country, especially for those who are living near no naman, not living near naman, but we can really say na isa to talaga sa matinding problema ng ating bansa because we can really feel its effects. Why? Bakit nagkakaroon tayo ng mga erosion or yung pagguho ng lupa? No, kapag may malakas na bagyo, gumuguho ang lupa, it's because wala nang makapitan. Wala nang punong makapitan yung tubig from the forest or from the mountains. Alright? And sabi ko nga kanina, yung pagkakaingin, isa rin siya sa mga dahilan, no, bakit nakakalbo yung ating mga forest. They use the land for agriculture, magtatanim sila, or at the same time, pwedeng yung places gagawin nilang bahay, or yung gagawin nilang mga subdivision, or they would mine, yung maghahanap sila ng mga valuable minerals, titingnan kung may mga gold ba doon, yung mga precious minerals na pwedeng magamit. Okay. And aside from that, nagpumuputol sila ng mga puno and then ginagamit nila ito for construction or for building, kumbaga ginagamit nila for construction materials. And kasi nga matitibay talaga yung mga punong kahoy sa forest. But of course, lagi yan may kaakibat na epekto sa atin. Okay, so agriculture is the primary driver of deforestation, accounting for nearly 80% of global forest loss. Other significant causes include urban expansion, logging, mining, and climate change. So one of the biggest factor of deforestation is agriculture, no? Maraming magtatanim ng gagamitin yung land para sa plantation. So that is one of the primary driver of deforestation. Okay, deforestation has far-reaching consequences for the environment, biodiversity, and human societies, including biodiversity loss, climate change, soil erosion, water cycle disruption, and human health impacts. So, as we can see, so for biodiversity loss, so forests are home to a vast array of species, and deforestation leads to habitat loss, fragmentation, and ultimately extinction. So kapag nawala ng habitat yung ating mga animals, they can really extinct or mawala, tuluyan silang mawala sa ating mundo, no? And for climate change, forest acts as carbon sinks, absorbing and storing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Deforestation releases this stored carbon back into the atmosphere, exacerbating climate change. And the loss of trees exposes soil to wind and rain, leading to erosion, which can degrade soil fertility and reduce agricultural productivity. At the same time, forests play a crucial role in the water cycle, regulating rainfall and water flow. Deforestation can disrupt these processes, leading to changes in rainfall patterns, increased flooding, and decreased water availability. And as for human health, it can lead to the spread of infectious diseases as human populations come into closer contact with wildlife. It can also contribute to respiratory problems and other health issues due to air pollution and dust. So those are the effects of the impacts of deforestation. Okay, so of course, there is always a solution. Okay, with the help of science, solutions to deforestation include sustainable forest management. So what do we need by that? Okay, so we implement practices that ensure forests are harvested sustainably, allowing for regeneration and maintaining biodiversity. So when it comes to forest management, of course, we cannot deny na nagagamit talaga yung mga matatandang puno for, di ba, ginagamit yan for construction. But the thing is, let us allow yung not matured trees na mag-develop muna. Kumbaga, hindi siya uubusin lahat, magtitira pa rin para patuloy siyang lumago, lumaki, at para hindi rin tuluyang mawala ng habitat yung mga animals natin doon. Okay. So, of course, we also have reforestation and afforestation. Planting trees on degraded land or areas that were previously forested can help restore forest cover and mitigate climate change. Of course, we need to also protect existing forests. By establishing protected areas and enforcing laws against illegal logging and deforestation are crucial for safeguarding biodiversity and ecosystem services. So we also need to promote sustainable agriculture by encouraging practices that reduce the need for land clearing, such as agroforestry and sustainable farming methods, which can help minimize deforestation. So, for consumer awareness, raising awareness about the impacts of deforestation and encouraging responsible consumption choices can drive demand for sustainable products and practices. Okay, so by understanding its causes and impacts and supporting effects to protect and restore forests, we can work towards a more sustainable future. Because deforestation is a complex issue with significant consequences. By understanding its causes and impacts, and by supporting efforts to protect and restore forests, we can work towards a more sustainable future. Alright. Okay, so that is deforestation, meaning to say we can still do something about it. We can prevent it, and we can again regenerate our forest, right? So to prevent the impacts and negative effects of deforestation. Okay, so for day 2, let's have pollution. So what is pollution? Okay, let's dig deeply on what pollution is, its negative effects, and what can we do to lessen this pollution around us. Okay, so pollution is the introduction of harmful substances or contaminants into environment, causing adverse effects on living organisms and ecosystems. It can take many forms and occur in various environments, including air, water, and soil. Okay, so these are harmful substances or contaminants being submerged into our environments and giving us adverse effects and harmful effects, not only with our health, but at the same time with the environment. Okay, so for types of pollution, we have air pollution. Air pollution is the contamination of the atmosphere with harmful gases, particulate matter, and other pollutants originating from industrial emissions, vehicle emissions, burning fossil fuels, and forest fires and agricultural burning. So one of the biggest contributor of air pollution are coming from the industrial emissions. So harmful gases that they emit from big factories that really releases carbon monoxide. And the same time, yung mga usok coming from the vehicles, that's why every time na magre-renew, diba, nag-emission testing sila. And makikita mo talaga, no, yung mga buga ng usok na halos itim na talaga. So that is very harmful, not only to our health, but of course, the environment. Kasi syempre, kapag naging delikado na yung air, no, sa isang lugar, it's very hard for us to breathe. And kung makahinga man tayo, malalanghap natin yung mga harmful particles na yan that could really cause health problems, respiratory problems, and what more for those who meron na sila talagang inborn health problems when it comes to their respiratory health. And of course, burning fossil fuels and forest fire could really add into the air pollution. Next, we have soil pollution. It's caused by harmful substances contaminating soil and affecting plant growth and life. Common sources include industrial waste, agricultural practices, mining activities, and improper waste disposal, which can release pollutants and harmful substances into the soil. Okay, so of course, yung mga improper ways, no, ng pagkanilang pagtatapon ng basura, industrial waste. When we say industrial waste, may mga chemicals na yan, and it really could harm na yung lupa. So kapag hindi healthy yung lupa, paano tayo makakapagtanim at makakapag-produce ng mga vegetables na masustansya? So of course, contaminated na rin yung vegetables and fruits. And kapag kinain natin, pwede nating ma-intake yung mga harmful substances na naipasa doon sa mga fruits and vegetables from contaminated soil. Okay, so next is water pollution. So it is caused by harmful substances contaminating bodies of water, including industrial wastewater, agricultural runoff, untreated sewage, oil spills, and plastic pollution. These sources include heavy metals, chemicals, organic matter, fertilizers, pesticides, animal waste, sewage, oil spills, and single-use plastic. So, when we take a look back doon sa picture kanina, so, grabe yung pollution na yun, no? Talagang hindi mo na makikita yung body of water. It is very full of garbage, and of course, isa rin sa pinaka malalang problema ng bansa and the world is plastic pollution. Okay? Kasi hindi siya natutunaw. And at the same time, kapag pumunta siya sa bodies of water, ang nasisira niya ay yung mga aquatic animals naman natin. Nagkakaroon siya ng effects. So, given the example, di ba, yung mga, for example, mga whales na nakikita natin na namamatay, and they try to open up the body of these fishes, and all they could see is garbage and plastic. So, yun yung nagko-contribute para mamatay yung sea animal na yun. And it really affects us. Syempre, for example, yung mga fishes na hinuhuli para kainin natin. So, kapag contaminated ang water, they could really pass it to us. Diba? Kapag red tide, hindi pinagbabawalan tayong kumain ng mga isda or ng mga basta mga pagkain coming from the sea. Kapag may oil spills, namamatay yung mga isda, yung mga corals, so affected talaga yung bodies of water na yan. And kapag may oil spill, yan, kapag, for example, may area na may oil spill, so hindi rin pwedeng kumain at hindi pwedeng mangisda yung ating mga mangingisda kasi contaminated ng water and it could pass, pwede yung may pasa sa atin by eating those contaminated fish. So, isa talaga yung water pollution sa napakalaking problema natin, no? Actually, hindi lang naman ng bansa, but the whole world. It is because of the waste, no, being, kumbaga yung mga dumi na napupunta sa tubig, and kaya napupollute yung bodies of water na yon. So we have here impacts of pollution. For the impacts of pollution, pollution has a wide range of negative impacts on human health, ecosystems, and the environment. So for health problems, air pollution can cause respiratory problems, cardiovascular disease, and other health issues. Water pollution can lead to waterborne diseases, and soil pollution can contaminate food crops and affect human health. As for ecosystem damage, pollution can harm wildlife, destroy habitats, and disrupt food webs. For example, plastic pollution can entangle and suffocate marine animals. So, katulad ng binigay nating example. Climate change, air pollution from burning fuels contribute to greenhouse gas emission, which drive climate change. So as we are experiencing, diba, during the summertime, sobrang init. No? Hindi lang siya normal na summer. Talagang napakainit. Imagine na umaabot na ng 43 to 45 degrees yung heat index na we are experiencing. So, nasa danger level na yon. So, we are really advised to drink a lot of water, to always have an umbrella, or just to stay at home if we don't have any important matter na gagawin sa labas, so just stay at home. So economic losses, pollution can damage infrastructure, reduce agricultural productivity, and increase healthcare costs. So how do we prevent and reduce pollution? So to combat pollution, government must enforce regulations, develop cleaner technologies, adopt sustainable practices, and raise public awareness. Collective action is needed to understand its causes, impacts, and solutions, aiming for a cleaner, healthier planet through responsible behavior and responsible behavior. So, addressing pollution requires a multi-pronged approach involving, regulation and enforcement. So, as what we've said, government must implement regulations to limit pollution from industries, vehicles, and other sources. For technological advancement, they should try to develop cleaner technologies such as renewable energy sources and pollution control devices, which can help reduce pollution. That's why government is really pushing for a modern Jeep, but of course it would really take time. And we should take into consideration na hindi rin mura yung modern Jeep powered by electricity. just to reduce pollution. So of course, government must also help our jeepney drivers so that they can buy yung kumbaga yung more efficient and kumbaga pollution-free na e-jeep na tinatawag. So they need help kasi hindi rin naman ganun kamura and hindi naman din lahat ng ating jeepney drivers can afford to buy those jeep. But of course, with the help of the government, siguro slowly but surely, so we can go from traditional jeep to modern jeep. Okay, so sustainable practices, adopting sustainable practices in agriculture, industry, and waste management can minimize pollution. And for public awareness, we need to educate the public about the impacts of pollution and encourage responsible behavior that can help reduce pollution. Okay, so pollution is a significant environmental challenge that requires collective action to address. So by understanding its causes, impacts, and solutions, so we can work towards a cleaner and healthier planet. Okay, so for day 3, we are going to talk about, I think it's food waste. Okay, so what is food waste? Okay, so food waste is food intended for human consumption that is wasted and lost. It includes leftovers from restaurants and households, as well as raw materials and produce lost in farming stage, harvesting processes, transportation, and storage. So, as we all know, marami tayong kababayan na nagugutom. But here we are wasting food. So, parang napaka, ironic nun. So, paano ba tayo nakakapagsayang ng pagkain? So, kapag, halimbawa, hindi natin naubos yung ating pagkain and wala na ibang way doon kundi itapon. So, ganun din. For example, sa mga restaurants, hindi naman lahat naubos ang food. But, what do they do about it? Hindi naman pwedeng i-recycle yun. Siyempre, kumbaga hindi pwedeng i-reheat. If you are having your restaurant as your business, hindi siya pwedeng initin. So, anong gagawin? Masaspoil lang siya, itatapon. So, as well as yung mga, di ba, yung mga excessive, halimbawa na mga food, for example, tomatoes, sobrang dami ng production, wala na, nagiging, na lang siya, nabublok na lang siya. So, as well as yung mga nasisira or nadadamage while harvesting, while tinatransport siya from one place to another, and sa storage. Okay, so let's talk more about it. So, how to prevent food waste? So, number 1, take inventory of your food stock at home before heading to the store. So, make sure na yung bibilhin din natin is enough lang, sufficient for us, for example, for the week, para hindi naman mabulok. Kumbaga, make sure na yung bibilhin lang din natin is yung kailangan nating food at maluluto talaga natin. Number 2, plan at least a few meals for each week to avoid buying too much food. Diba? Iba rin yung kapag meron kang meal for the whole week, may meal plan ka. So, alam mo lang kung ano yung mga specific ingredients that you would buy from the grocery store. Next, learn to save and eat leftovers. Refrigerate them. That's why we have refrigerator. Sometimes, especially in our home, our practice is that as long as there's still food left, so hindi kami magluluto muna. Until maubos muna yung ulam, pag naubos na, that's the time that we cook another food. So, hindi pwedeng masayang yung food. Diba? Sabi nga nila yung pilosopo, diba? Pag, ang tawag dito, diba sabi, kasi marami daw nagugutom. So, pag inubos niya daw ba, hindi na magugutom yung ibang tao. So, parang, the thing is, huwag tayong magsayang, no, ng pagkain. Kasi nga, ang daming tao na they can't afford to buy decent food, yung malinis na pagkain, they would resort to yung nagpapagpag, no? If you know that documentary na yung kapag yung mga food na tinatapon from the fast food ay kinokolek nila, hinahalukay nila, and they try to reheat. Lulutuin nila ulit para, kumbaga, syempre, yung kumbaga, yung paniniwala na matatanggal yung dumi or mamamatay yung mga bacteria na, and then they would eat it again. So, parang, kumbaga, may mga ganong tao na ganon ang ginagawa to survive, tapos tayo nagsasayang ng pagkain. So, ang gagawin, no, wag itapon. Kung pwede pa namang kainin, or yung iba, they will try to recreate the dish, no? Ginagawa nila is, for example, yung leftover adobo, ginagawa nila ng panibagong twist para maging panibagong food siya, no? Para hindi matapon. Then, store food nicely inside the refrigerator so it won't rot easily. So, ayusin natin yung food storage natin. And compost leftovers instead of throwing them away. So, kung wala naman tayong space for compost pit, kasi may process din yun, at hindi rin biro yun, may tamang proseso ng pagko-compost. That's why, for some communities, they collect this biodegradable or yung mga nabubulok na waste, especially yung mga food, and then the community itself will be the one who will compost it. So, yung community na or yung barangay, sila na yung gagawa ng compost pit para magkaroon ng, kumbaga, yung lupa din, syempre magagamit yung pampataba ng lupa. And then, para magkaroon din ng tinatanaman din nila to produce vegetables na dinidistribute nila sa community. So, how do we address food waste? So, food waste reduction involves consumer awareness, retail practices, food recovery, and government policies. Consumers should be educated on proper storage techniques and mindful shopping habits. Retailers should implement strategies like selling ugly products or offering discounted prices. Kasi, for example, yung may bangas lang naman na, example, yung kung may tama, kumbaga hindi lang ba siya perfect na for yung kumbaga, 'di ba, yung kumbaga nagko-quality control, hindi lang siya pumasa sa quality. So siguro instead of throwing it away, they could give it to more in a lesser price or discounted price para makonsume pa ng tao, kasi hindi naman siya sira eh. Kumbaga, for example, yung potato na kaskasan lang, or yung tomatoes, medyo may, lang siya, maliit lang na sira. So, para magamit pa. Kasi hindi naman ibig sabihin na may, tawag dito, may tama, or may something lang na hindi maganda doon sa vegetable or fruit, hindi na siya consumable, hindi ba? Okay, so, offering discounted prices and reducing overstocking. Understand and supporting these efforts can contribute to a sustainable and equitable food system. Okay, so kung may sobra, pwede namang ipamigay, 'di ba? Para mapakinabangan or mailuto pa ng iba na mas nangangailangan. Okay, so for day 4, we are going to have your activities. So for this activity, write 2 concepts that you've learned about the environmental issues discussed today. So we have deforestation, pollution, food waste, and waste management. So for waste management, you just need to segregate your waste. Ihiwalay nyo lang ano ba yung mga pwede pang magamit, ano yung mga nabubulok, ano yung mga hindi nabubulok, ano pa yung recyclable materials, yung mga magagamit pa, and then ano ba yung mga hazardous or harmful or mga infectious na waste. So, by doing so, mas nagiging maayos yung waste management natin. At napapakinabangan pa yung mga dapat na papakinabangan or yung mga reusable. And then, na-dispose sila ng maayos based on their categories. Okay, for your short quiz or for your formative assessment, read and analyze each statement given below. Write true if the statement is true. Otherwise, write false. And for letter B, aside from the 4 environmental issues discussed in this lesson, identify other environmental problems that you observe in your locality. You may seek help from your parents and write your answer on a sheet of paper. So let's find out if you got the correct answer for this short assessment. Okay, and this ends our lesson for this week. So thank you very much for being with me for the last or for almost 40 minutes of discussion. So thank you and have a great week ahead. So this is Teacher Aisa. See you again next week. Bye!